Good morning, good morning. Let me check. All right. First thing I saw this morning is this post here. The success of liquid death is one of the many examples why the market is both extremely inefficient and completely irrational, and why anyone can have a place in this economy so long as they don't self-limit, blah, blah, blah. And then I actually asked Grok, because I don't know what liquid death is. Turns out is I guess a brand that sells canned water and tea with a huge valuation, I guess. Yeah, and a recent 20 million funding. And they say that they have an unconventional approach. So I asked what's unconventional about it. And it turns out that they use like rebellious and edgy branding. So usually water is a health thing, blue seas, ice, I don't know, like stuff like that, right? And they do punk, rock, and heavy metal aesthetic, and packaging features, skull imagery and taglines like "murder your thirst," and yeah, I like it. There's humor and shock value in marketing. Niche and guerrilla tactics. Liquid Death employs niche branding and guerrilla marketing, such as high impact video content and unconventional stunts, rather than mass market TV ads. The Postnet article highlights how this approach, including viral social media campaigns, creates a movement like identity. Leveraging the von Restroff effect, bizarreness enhances memorability. All right. To stand out in a crowded market. Maybe we can learn something about the stuff that we do. I don't know. What else? Product positioning as a lifestyle, selling water in tall boy cans, typically associated with beer. All right, reframes hydration as a rebellious act rather than a mundane necessity. This, combined with merchandise like apparel, turns a basic product into a cultural statement, as described. Yeah. Sustainability with a twist. While many brands highlight eco-friendliness, conventionally Liquid Death's Sell Your Soul campaign adds a quirky, irreverent spin to its environmental initiatives like beach cleanups, aligning with its target audience's preference for non-conformity over preachy messaging. All right. Cool. I don't know, I like it. Anything that goes against the conventional stuff that I guess takes consumers for granted and just copying what's, I don't know, normal. Yeah. Give me that. I hope you're enjoying your morning coffee here. Let me check. Yep. How can I persist this thing? Well, yeah, whatever. Tweech. All right. Let's do some scrolling on X. Yeah, it's full of US stuff. Yeah, whatever. Breaking Iran Supreme. Oh, this is a note. Response. Fake news. All right, yeah. Yeah, I hear all over the news that he's been silent, which is a little bit scary, honestly. You know how it goes, like, when a dog barks, you are not so afraid that it's going to bite you. Let's see how this goes. All right, yeah. Voyager 1 is so far from us that the light distance between us is 22 hours. That means that Voyager see 22 hours in the past if it could look at Earth. Wow. So if there was a way to see something instantly at Earth, let's say, it would be 22 hours in the past. Wow. Well, if it was instant, it wouldn't be in the past, right? I don't know. This universe stuff blows my mind, and also it's sometimes difficult to understand. I was watching a physicist yesterday trying to explain a black hole. I've listened or read explanations of, like how a black hole works and the things we know about it, and also the things that we don't know about it. And it started by a recent research from physicists suggesting that we are, like, our universe or whatever is in a black hole, or could be inside a black hole, which is also what the hell. Anyway, yeah, gaming. Started playing again with gaming, grabbing the opportunity to play with Phoenix.new, which basically creates almost everything for you, and you just tell it what to do, then you just tell it what to fix and improve. And of course, you also have all the code that was generated, and you can manually intervene if it's needed. Oh no, what's that? Oh yeah, okay, cool. Oh yeah, all over the timeline, the Tesla robotaxi, everyone is talking about it. I guess it must be, I don't know, different in ways that I don't know. I don't know. Let's ask Rock a quick question. Let's ask it. I've seen everyone posting about the launch. Is it just I don't know, excitement because of the launch itself, or does robotaxi offer something different, better, or exceptional as functionality or experience compared to other similar efforts? Now, I don't know how biased Grok is because, you know, X, Elon, Tesla, whatever. But let's see. Yeah, the excitement surrounding Tesla's robotaxi launch in Austin, Texas is multifaceted, driven not by the event itself, but also by the potential innovations and differences it brings compared to other autonomous vehicle efforts. All right. Launch excitement, milestone achievement, all right. Public debut. It's the first public rollout of Tesla's robotaxi service. Yeah, going from testing to real world. And what about the unique aspects of Tesla's robotaxi? Integration with existing fleet. Unlike some competitors who might deploy entirely new vehicle designs, Tesla's robotaxi service utilizes the existing Model Y fleet. This approach leverages Tesla's current infrastructure and customer base, potentially reducing costs and accelerating deployment. Okay, fair enough. Software-focused Tesla's strategy heavily relies on software updates rather than hardware changes. The robotaxi software is optimized for Austin, with claims of enhanced performance parameters. This software-centric approach allows for continuous improvement and adaptation without necessitating new vehicle production. User experience. The nighttime ride documented by Sawyer Merritt suggests that Tesla's robotaxi maintains smooth and comfortable low light conditions. All right. Yeah. All right. The nighttime ride documented by Sawyer Merritt, smooth and comfortable performance in low light conditions, which is critical for user trust and safety. This is particularly noteworthy given the challenges of autonomous driving at night, where visibility and sensor accuracy can be compromised. Cost structure: the flat rate of $420 for rides within a geofenced area. Okay. As mentioned in the video, could be seen as competitive pricing, potentially disrupting traditional ride-hailing services like Uber and Lyft for offering a fixed, predictable cost model. This is interesting. This is interesting indeed. All right. And then safety and monitoring, the presence of a safety monitor in the front seat during initial operations. Okay. Comparison: Waymo, a leader in autonomous driving, has been operating in multiple cities with a robust safety record. However, Tesla's approach differs by integrating with existing vehicles and focusing on the software updates. Waymo's vehicles are often purpose-built, which might offer advantages in terms of design, optimization for autonomy. Okay. Nighttime performance: the ability to handle nighttime conditions effectively, as evidenced by Sarah Merritt's experience could be a differentiator. Many autonomous systems struggle with low light scenarios, and Tesla's success here could be a significant advantage. All right, so this is an edge that they have. Scalability, all right. User interaction, the interface, user experience, including the app-based interaction. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Grok. Makes sense now. Let's go back. Let's spend a minute or two. Yeah, this is interesting. Table Plus, I'm using this, by the way. Just added GitHub Copilot to Table Plus Beta. Now you can use your existing GitHub Copilot subscription. No need the API key. Interesting. Also use the noteplus.com for the personal to-do list. Plus LLM chat with iCloud sync to all devices. What is this? Node Plus, true native LLM client. OpenAI, Google Gemini, Anthropic, Llama, DeepSeek, and more, all in one native chat. Oh, I see now. Yeah, like something like what, I don't know, Table Plus is doing for Postgres. Node Plus is doing for all the LLM clients that you have to install. I don't know. Sounds fun. 100% native code written entirely in Swift, not Electron, and zero embedded web use. Not loaded and super lightweight, feels and behaves like any first-party Mac app, small memory footprint, and runs fast like a Ferrari. Privacy first, no hidden trackers or third-party trackers, control endpoints and API keys yourself. We do not collect or store your data. Your chats are sent directly to the LLM. Secret keys are stored in Apple Keychain. Model Context Protocol (MCP) support for the MCP to install and extend the chat client without limitations. You can read more here. Okay, roadmap. Yeah, I like this. Let me add it. Where is it? Here, add to reading list. Can check it out at some point. (1996) Nintendo 64 home video game console is released in Japan, ultimately selling 32.93 million units worldwide. Nice. Okay, let's do some Let's do some of my feed. Mechanical watch exploded view. Oh, okay. Apparently nobody builds such models. Figured that surely someone has had this idea and built it before. On eBay you'll find cubes of resin embedded various random components from mechanical watches, but they are typically sold as steampunk art. Okay. Nice. LibRedirect redirects popular sites to alternative privacy-friendly front ends. Popular sites to alternative privacy-friendly front ends. So for example, a web extension that redirects YouTube, Instagram, Reddit, TikTok, and other website to alternative privacy-friendly front ends. That's interesting. The list. Twitter knitter. Okay. A lot of them are just GitHub repositories. I guess you would have to deploy, host it yourself or something. Nice. Git's coolest, most unloved feature. Yeah, I know. When I worked at GitHub, there was like a huge discussion to, well, not huge discussion, but there was like discussions around Git nodes and how we could use them more. And I'm not sure if we've ever used Git nodes in some way. At least not yet. Okay. Yeah. I think we were trying to do something with Git nodes. It's not a very well-known feature. They're buried, yeah, by their own distressing usability. But Git nodes are continually rediscovered by engineers trying to stash metadata inside Git. Yeah, that was in 2022. Like GitHub never surfaced that feature in a meaningful way, I think. So what are Git nodes? Common use of Git nodes is tacking metadata onto commits. Okay. Once a commit cements itself in Git's history, that's it. It's impossible to amend. Commit message buried deep in a repo's log. Well, yeah, if it's buried deep, you have to rewrite history. But Git nodes enable you to amend new information about old commits in a special namespace. And they are capable of so much more. Nodes Stow metadata about anything tracked by Git, any object, commits, blobs, and trees, all without fudging with the object itself. Oh, so you don't have to rewrite history to mess with Git nodes. You add nodes to the latest commit in a repo like this, Git nodes add m. Okay, and then it shows up in Git log. Nodes, right? Git nodes in the wild. The Git project itself offers an example of Git nodes in the wild. They link each commit to its discussion on their mail list. For example, nodes, methods ID, blah, blah, blah. These commits nodes point interpid users to the thread. Okay. Other folks are using nodes for things like tracking time spent per commit or branch, adding review and testing information to Git log. Nice. It's not bad. Just don't know how easy it is to okay. Oh, review is slash is a namespace. Distributed code review inside Git nodes. No one uses Git nodes. Git nodes are a pain to use, and GitHub opted to stop displaying commit nodes in 2014. All right, yeah. For commits, you can make viewing and adding nodes easier using fancy options in your Git config. But for storing nodes about blobs or trees, forget it. You'd need to be comfortable rooting around Git's plumbing first. All right. So for now, Git nodes are relegated to obscurity, forever hamstrung by an obscure and clunky interface and limited adoption. Forge independence. Git is a distributed code review system, but much of the value of Git repos ends up locked into forges like GitHub. Git nodes are a path towards an alternative. Git distributes the history of a piece of code. Git nodes could make it possible to distribute the history of an entire project without having to endure the perils of a force push. Anyway, yeah. Code review system used, notably by automating fetching nodes. This is interesting. I guess one could build. Let me add this to the reading list. One could definitely try to build something around Git nodes. That's cool. All right. What is typest? Recently, I submitted my PhD thesis, and while waiting for the physical copies to get printed, I thought I'd write about something you hopefully wouldn't notice when reading it. I wrote it in typest, not LaTeX. In this post, I will talk a bit about what went well and what didn't. Typest is a modern take on a typesetting language that I think has a real shot at dethroning LaTeX. I would describe the language as a mix of Markdown and dynamically typed Rust, which may sound weird, but is really nice fit. day-to-day document writing, being markdown-like is very comfortable. The scripting language is powerful, well thought out, and makes it very, wow, this is interesting indeed. But I have to end this drinking coffee session, so I guess this also goes to my reading list. I'm pretty interesting. So let numbers, blah, blah, blah. This is bold text. The sum of numbers map IT join is number sum. Interesting. Syntax highlighting. The bad, yeah, probably has a few things. The error messages, where I didn't say that the error messages are good before. I did, but they are only good in simple cases. For example, with the Alexandria library bibliography that fails compile only says failed parse bibliography. Okay. It's complicated. LaTeX is everywhere. My early papers were, of course, written in LaTeX, and I had to convert them to types. What? This was surprisingly easy with Pandoc, which did 95% of the work, with me just having to do a bit of a final cleanup. Unfortunately, I also wrote a few papers for the thesis that will be submitted later, and that's a more complicated situation since journals demand LaTeX code. My workflow so far has been to write the initial version of papers in Typest, submit the PDF as generated by Typest, then for the final version submit a converted version. For conversion, I don't believe Pandoc works or doesn't work the way I want it, so I had wrote my own tool. It lets me do 90% of the content and lay out in types, use types for generating figures and code snippets, and then I can insert style tweaks with inline LaTeX. All right. Yeah, I guess it still goes to my reading list. Yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching now or later.